I'm Sam Gakunyi, here with the top stories making headlines here in Kenya and across the world, and you're watching Ebru Africa Primetime News on this 10th day of August 2014. First, some of the stories making headlines tonight. We are glad that you could join us. Now, in our top story, voters in Nairobi's Mathare constituency will go to the poll tomorrow to pick their new member of parliament. The Court of Appeal annulled the victory of TNA's George Wanjohi following a successful petition by his closest challenger, Stephen Kariuki of CORD. Now, Deputy President William Ruto has called on governors to be more accountable in the use of resources instead of wasting time calling for a referendum. Ruto said the government will not compromise on matters related to proper management of public resources. Ruto's sentiments were echoed by the chairman of the Commission for the Implementation of the Constitution, Charles Nyachai, who urged those pushing for the referendum to allow more time for the implementation of the Constitution. They were speaking at St. John's Nyabuito Catholic Church in Nyaribarichache, Kisii County. Moving on, the global campaign to mitigate the impact of climate change has led to the domestication of strategies in several countries. Africa is not left behind on the campaigns. Kenya is one of the countries that has taken up the carbon credits campaign through the encouragement of farmers and citizens to pay attention to the forest cover. Now, in efforts to curb the spread of Ebola, Guinea has announced the closure of its borders with Sierra Leone and Liberia. The Ebola virus has killed nearly 1,000 people in the 3 West African countries this year. Of the 1,000, at least 367 people have died in Guinea since March, and 18 others are being treated in the country in isolation. The decision to close the borders was taken primarily to avoid infected people crossing into the state. Ebru Africa Primetime News takes a short break. More news when you return. Welcome back, and let's continue with our story on the Nairobi River pollution and how a group of youth have taken the initiative to rehabilitate the river. Now, a tropical moist broadleaf forest that comes second only to the Amazon in its marvelous greenery, that's the Congo. But the power of the Africa's majestic forest is experiencing aggressive logging within its folds as an area of forest. The size of a football match is destroyed every 2 seconds. Moving on, talks in Cairo aimed at securing a fresh ceasefire in Gaza are under renewed strain, with both sides in the conflict issuing warnings. Palestinian negotiators said they would leave on Sunday if Israel did not attend without preconditions. This as protests to condemn Israeli continued across the globe. Now, 48 people were killed when a small passenger plane crashed in the west of the Iranian capital, Tehran. The aircraft, which was heading to the eastern city of Tabas, went down in a residential area near Mehrabad Airport this morning. Turkish voters went to the polls today in the first direct presidential election in the country's history. The current Prime Minister, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, is expected to win the election ahead of 2 opposition party candidates. Thousands of people braved the rain to take part in a peace march in the capital, Bangui. This after violence that shattered a sense of calm that had reigned in the capital for a number of weeks following more than a year of brutal violence, rights abuses and looting. Addressing the crowd, Transitional President Catherine Samba-Panza said a new government would be formed in the coming days. Finally, Typhoon Halong continued sweeping through Japan today, leaving 1 person dead and more than 50 others injured. The typhoon forced the authorities to order the evacuation of more than 1 million people as it hit southwest Japan. And that's all we had for you on today's edition of Ebru Africa Primetime News. Many thanks for watching. My name is Sam Gakunyi. I leave you with tomorrow's weather forecast.